Boda. So this is a sector that is very important to all of us. And they have a representative here. Karibu sana. Bwana Jacob Ogambo.
Thank you very much, Madam RC. I'm Apostle Dan Ochola. I represent the Bodaboda fraternity. I'm a teacher by profession, but not employed since 2013. My introduction gives the definition of Bodaboda. And one of the reforms, or one of the plea that I want to lay to the CS, is that the name Bodaboda should be changed to transport officers. Reason number one, I've realized that any term related to an office is respected than the term Bodaboda. Secondly, I want to appreciate the chiefs that are here and the assistant chiefs. They have worked hand in hand with the Bodaboda fraternity, and may God bless you so much. The next thing that I want to speak of, that the Bodaboda fraternity should and must be respected by any government of the day. As we speak today, all over the nation, news, gazette is full of Bodaboda. We are given all sorts of names: Rogue Bodaboda, Kela Bodaboda, Madara, all sorts of names. And for that reason, we are changing our names from Bodaboda to transport officers. Number two, all of us seated here today, in every family or household, there is a Bodaboda rider. And for this reason, this industry must be respected. And I want to plead with the area MPs that are here, that have been working so nicely with the Bodaboda fraternity, that we have a bill that is in Parliament. For us as Bodaboda, since I'm an apostle, I want to quote the book of Jeremiah chapter number 1, verses number 11. The angel of God is asking Jeremiah, what do you see? The same question I want to ask the CS today, what do you see? We see a Bodaboda that is transformed, that is taking care of their families. In Kisumu, we are having a very big challenge. And this has made the Bodaboda fraternity of Kisumu not to be at peace. And this is the aspect of Mbogi. The Mbogi are out, they are working with politicians, na wanatusumbua left and right. And in Kisumu, we have decided to come up with an operation known as Operation Maliza Mbogi. And I believe as I'm speaking here, they are listening to me. But because I'm in a security meeting, I believe I'm well guarded. So we want to ask QCS that we need a Jukua la Bodaboda, so that we sit down and reason together. We give you the reforms that we want that can work for the betterment of the sector. It is the mandate of the government of the day to provide employment. But the Bodaboda fraternity has employed so many youths. Up to an extent now we are having women Bodaboda riders. But we are not respected in this nation. The other day we were in State House. I was one of the people that went to State House. We want to appreciate the broad-based government. That again today we are in Jukwaa la Usalama and we are presenting our views as Bodaboda fraternity. CS Murkomen and PS Bwana Omolo, we want to be very clear on this and very much categorical. We have given the government of the day 21 days to clear the Mbogi operations in Kisumu. Why am I saying so? The officers seated here, they are very innocent. But now because they don't know whichever way to take, now Operation Maliza Mbogi imekuwa Operation Shika Bodaboda. When the police officers are saying they need vehicles, you need to provide these people with vehicles. Instead of using the vehicles, sasa wanashika pikipiki naenda station, the next day pikipiki yako ndio polisi anakimbia nayo. Akishika nayo watu. So at least hearken to their voice and provide them with land cruisers so that they can do their work. My next point, Bodaboda tumedharauliwa sana. The other government came with an initiative that they wanted to issue the Bodaboda riders with licenses. I failed to understand how an NYS can train a Bodaboda rider on issues to do with traffic. And we paid 600 Kenya shillings. Up to now, we have never received the what? The licenses. Where did that 600 shillings go to? My next appeal, we have the Insurance Regulatory Authority. I heard you the other day speaking of insurance. Where do we get the insurance? Because we have the brokers, we go for the insurance. Whenever an accident occurs, they are not ready to pay the Bodaboda people. So in your answer or feedback, we need to know on that. Lastly, I want to speak something concerning the Bodaboda fraternity. Where is our space in this nation as the Bodaboda riders? Because you woke up in the morning, CS Murkomen gives an order, I don't know if it was a lie or true, that no Bodaboda should be seen on a highway. The next day, Murkomen wakes up in the morning, Bodaboda will not enter CBD. The next morning, Pius Omolo wakes up, giving an address, Bodaboda should be banned from entering elsewhere. So, I don't know what's happening. So, we want to plead with you. And I'm very much happy I'm seeing you one-on-one. We need to see something that is workable and can sustain the Bodaboda industry. One of my points that I want to say in your remarks, you said that you want to see these things implemented. Same to the Bodaboda issues. And lastly, Kisumu County Bodaboda will be having an economic empowerment. It has been done to other counties. Kisumu County should not be left aside. We need you to come in person so that we see if you have a heart of a bodaboda. Na wale ambao tumekaa hapa tunakashifu bodaboda. Bodaboda pia ni serikali. Sisi tumewasaidia kushika wahalifu na nyinyi wenyewe mnawacha wahalifu. Mnakuja tena kushika watu wa bodaboda. Lastly, in this coming recruitment, we expect to see bodaboda riders recruited as police officers to help the police do their operations. But the most important thing in Kisumu, we want to see you doing an operation Maliza Mbogi. Bwana DG, Kisumu County government should support the bodaboda riders. It has been our plea and a cry. Munamaliza your 10-year term without even sitting with the bodaboda riders. And that is quite one thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him. Asante sana. Aya, tutulie ndio tuweze kumaliza. Sir, order please. Our next speaker, let's have some order. Our next speaker, sir, will be a women leader, Madam Valentine Onyango. Valentine. Asante, Valentine akuja. Sheila Akinyi. Sheila Akinyi is also a leader and she will dwell on gender-based violence. Karibu.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Honorable Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kisumu County, the DIG, and all members of Parliament present. I bring you greetings from the gender sector. I work for Compassionate Center for Families and CBO that rescues and hosts women and children who are victims of sexual and gender-based violence. We also host children who are in need of care and protection. Currently, we are hosting 39 women and children at our Rescue and Recovery Center in Kisumu West, Kisian. I hope the Member of Parliament for Kisumu West has gotten that. And at our center, we take care of most basic yet essential needs. That is food, shelter, clothing, medication, and education. We do this with very limited resources, often relying on goodwill, yet the demand is growing daily. For example, today we have 39 women and children healing from sexual and gender-based violence, and also a few who are referrals for child in need of care and protection. But by the time you're waking up tomorrow, the number may go down to 20, or it may go up to 50. So the first challenge that we have been facing is medical cover for a non-referrals that are being brought by the Kenya police. So many times we get, actually most of the times we get our referrals from the police, and they may stay at our rescue center for a day or two. And then on the third day, you find that a woman deteriorates, and we have to evacuate them to either Ojola Sub-County Hospital or majorly Kisumu County Referral Hospital. Yesterday, I was discharging 3 girls. One was a referral from Dago Police Station. One was a referral from Kisumu Central Police Station, and the other one was a referral from Holo Police Station. They have been at the hospital since May. And so yesterday, when they were finally discharged, 2 were defiled and dumped. One was defiled and dumped in a thicket in Holo. Another one was defiled and dumped somewhere, I think, around Kiboswa. And then the third one was just brought by a well-wisher to Kisumu Central Police Station. Actually 4. There was one that had a septic burn wound. And the hospital slapped me with a bill of 796,000 shillings. When we get survivors who are of age and they have national IDs, what we normally do is immediately we admit them to the center, we register them for SHA. Then we have those that are unknown. They have lost their minds, you do not know where they're coming from, and you cannot pay for SHA. So you have to figure out how to pay for the hospital bill, or ask the hospital to waiver. So thankfully, we were able to come to an agreement with the hospital, and the 4 were discharged. So if we could come up with, I don't know if it's just something, somehow, that can take care of medical bills for these people that are referred by the police. Because also sometimes I see the police are the ones who get into their pocket, especially at the initial stages at the outpatient department, to pay for these bills. Number 2, we have transportation of victims to court. Most of the time we are the ones who take them to court and back. But when you take a victim of defilement to court, then the family normally imagine that it is you as a rescue center that is pushing for the case, for their family or their kin to be prosecuted. So there are times that